Beautiful. Welcome all. Welcome to this part 2 of this amazing book, The Power. Yeah, the book itself is a power. The life is power. And Sakti. Like in Tamil, it's called the Sakti. Yeah, and the book, which is written by Rhonda Byrne. Yes, the same author who have written the book The Secret, the book Magic, the hero, yeah, in the same series. Like this is the amazing handbook, which is talking about the greatest power in the universe. Yeah. So what are the powers in the universe? And without that power, people cannot really achieve many things, or even the planet or the entire universe. Everything needs that power. Yeah. Even health is a power, relationship is a power, career, whatever you work is a power, money is a power, the happiness is a power. Yeah. And with respect to all this, we have seen a couple of chapters in the past about the real power. Basically, we have seen a little bit of introduction about it. What is the power and what is the power of the feelings? Yeah. We also seen you on the feeling frequencies, how the feelings play a very bigger vital role in our life. Yeah. And today we're going to just continue with that. Yeah. And we'll try to cover, rest of the topics also. I'll just give a review on what are the other contents the author is talking about. One is, of course, the definition, how we can really step into the power. Yeah. And then how we can really bring the power through our feelings. Yeah. The feelings play a very big and vital role in our life, and how the feelings play the bigger role and how we can really step into that, and how the world, or especially the achievers, have seen, or the thought leaders have seen around that. And also the power of frequencies, the power and the creation, how we can really create the power. I think today you'll be able to see that also. The feeling is a creation. When you create the feeling within you, how you will be able to create things outside. Yeah, welcome Geetha, welcome and others who are listening to it. Feel free to add the comments, whatever the key takeaways, feel free to put it in the I'll also post the link here so that you can also add the comment in the YouTube right now, or other friends also are listening to it. Beautiful. All right. So here, then the author also talks about how the life follows you with the power. And wherever we go, whatever we do, we're always taking the power with us. Yeah. We are powerfully taking the power or not, that's other question. But here, how we really take it, and what are the keys to the power, so that will not lose. We all are incredibly, amazingly capable and powerful. Many times, people don't really realize their own power. That's why they become powerless only with their choice. Yeah. So the author also talks about the power and money. We'll talk about that. The power and the relationships, the power and health, the power and you, the power and life. Yeah, there are different ways. All right. Yeah, we'll get started. So this book also has a foreword. Let me see who has given that. Okay, maybe by the author herself. Yeah, Rhonda Byrne. She says September 9th, 2004 is the day. I'll read in her own words, right? I will never forget. It seemed like any other morning when I woke, but it would become the greatest day of my life. Like most of other people, I had struggled and worked hard to survive all my life, dealing with the difficulties and obstacles as best as I could. But 2004 had been an especially tough year for me, and the challenging circumstances literally brought me to my knees on September 9th. My relationship, health, career, and finance appeared to be in irretrievable state. I could see no way out of the mounting difficulties that surrounded me. And then it happened. The daughter handed me a 100-year-old book. And during the 90 minutes it took me to read the book, my entire life changed. I understood how everything had happened in my life. And I immediately knew what to do to change every circumstance into what I wanted. I discovered a secret that had been passed on through the centuries, but had been known by very few people throughout the history. From that moment, the world I saw was not the same world. Everything I had believed about the way life worked was the very opposite of how it really was. I had lived decades believing that things in life just happen to us. But now I could see the incredible truth. I could also see the majority of the people did not know this secret. And so I set out to share it with the world. Against every imaginable obstacle, I created the film, The Secret, and it was released to the world in 2006. Later, the same year, I wrote the book, The Secret, which enabled me to share more of what I had discovered. When The Secret was released, it traveled at lightning speed and was passed from one person to another across the planet. Today, tens of millions of people in every country in the world have changed their lives in the most incredible ways with its knowledge. As people learned how to change their lives with The Secret, they shared thousands of amazing stories with me. And I received more insights into why people experience such difficulties in their lives. And with those insights came the knowledge, the power. The power, the knowledge that can change lives instantly. The Secret reveals the law of attraction, the most powerful law that governs our lives. The power contains the essence of everything I have learned since The Secret was released in 2006. In the power, you will come to understand that all it takes is just one thing to change your relationship, money, health, happiness, career, and the entire life. You don't need to have to read The Secret for the power to change your life, because everything you need to know is contained in this book, The Power. If you have read The Secret, then this book will also immeasurably do what you already know. There is so much for you to know. There is so much for you to understand about yourself and your life. And it is all good. In fact, it is beyond good. It is phenomenal. Yeah, what a powerful intro, right? So with that, we'll just get into our next one. Yeah, I'm also reading the comments from Rajita. Your positivity is just the reflection of your thoughts. So high five. Thanks, Rajita. And then gratitude is must on life. Yes, yeah. Keep posting your comments. Yeah, and all those who are listening to it. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So let's get into the feeling the frequency. I think the first part, we have seen a couple of things around what is how we can really know the power about the power. Yeah. And about love. Yeah. How it is not weak, it is a strength. How it's a positive force of our life. How it is really helping you to get anything and everything, whatever you wanted. When you add love to it, you'll be able to get it and approach it. The one which you should never ever lose in your life is, the love. Yeah. And also the law of attraction is the law of love. The more and more you love, and let that love be the law to operate your life. Yeah. And how the life is not just happening to you, but you receive many things based on what you have given. And what is the power of your thoughts, feelings, and how it is adding or coming as an echo in our life. Yeah. And also we have seen about how the power about the feelings. Let me say the power of powerful feelings. Yeah. And of course, the feelings may be different kind, like the lower emotion, lower frequencies. And we don't want to step into that. Yeah, we want to step into the good feeling and the feel good factors. Yeah, and how we could do life. We can live the life at an infinite level with a great feeling, what we can feel and carry, and how we can really make and reach the lives of the great heights of the life, and how whatever you want, you can really make it happen. Yeah, it's like all things you love, want you, whatever you really love, that means you are getting closer to it, including, your health, the relationship, including money. The author says the dollars want you, health wants you, happiness wants you. Yeah, don't struggle to change the circumstances in your life. Many times we try hard to change. All you need to do is just give love. Give love through your good feelings, and what you want will automatically happen. Yeah, that's the kind of power. And you have to give good feelings first. You have to be happy first. You have to just give the happiness to receive the happy things. Give the love to receive more love. Yeah, whatever you want to receive in life, let you be the giver first. Yeah, so that's a kind of summary from the previous, and then let's just step into the feeling frequency, which we have seen in the last part also a little bit, but we will just see in this universe. Yeah, it's completely magnetic. Everything is magnetic. Everything has certain frequency, magnetic frequency, and your feelings, thoughts also have the magnetic frequency. The energy what you bring has certain frequency, and when you have the positive frequency of love with you, yeah, what happened then? That good feeling, what you have with the positive frequency of love, will just bring all the positive things. The bad feeling means you are on negative frequency. If at all you are in that kind of negative frequency, it can be of anything, right? So maybe the feeling of guilt, the feeling of blaming others, or complaining others, or talking bad about others when that person is not there, or getting anger, feeling fearful, or worrying about something. Yeah, all these are not the frequency to live in. Yeah, even if you have you are in that kind of environment, just see that how fast you can really get you away from it. Try changing, and bringing the kind of positive feeling there. If not, don't get yourself bombarded with those negative, right? So because whatever you feel, whether it is good or bad, really determines our frequency. And it's like a magnet which is attracting the people, events, circumstances the same way. When you have a negative frequency, that also attracts that kind of discussions, that kind of things. So you want to just have the kind of feeling and frequency of creating energy. Yeah, how we can really, if you're feeling fearful, instead of feeling enthusiastic, then you attract those fearful things. Whatever you're afraid of, it will continue happening more and more. Whatever the situations, the events, the people, and you would continue seeing those because you are reflecting in that frequency. So you're never ever left in doubt about the frequency you are on, because that is the frequency. Whatever you are, you're completely attracting. Yeah. So the frequency is all about, how quickly you're changing yourself into the higher level of frequency. Even if you are stuck into the old negative frequency, just see that if you can create the new frequency, and that new frequency will definitely, bring you into a total fresh new perspective of looking at life. And you can really take any situation in your life, and every possible outcome of the situation can really happen. And any outcome can happen because you can have any feeling about the situation. So the feeling comes along with that frequency, and that feel good frequency, feel good factors always bring better with respect to the relationship, being happy, joyful, exciting, satisfying, the same way. The relationship also, in case if you have a bad feeling around any relationship, right? So it may also bring the boredom, frustration, worrisome, resentful, depression, all other negative, because you feel that way. And when you feel, you're also expressing that, or you're feeling inside that negative frequency. So you want to just let go and then, just to bring back. And whatever the feeling you give for your relationship, it could be even at your work, even at your own thing. So you want to see that you wanted to bring the joy back, power back. Yeah. Because when you change the feeling, it's a change of destiny. Yeah. What's that kind of new destiny you wanted to have in your life? You can really, either you can just be worried, fearful, depressed, or you can be excited, being happy, being joyful, feeling passionate, blissful, discouraged. Yeah, no, not discouraged. Yeah, not to be discouraged or anxious about it, but being blissful. Yeah, and there are different feeling frequencies. We want to be really be watchful about it. This might look a very simple, but a very powerful, because those act as autopilot. Yeah, your feelings will really take you to whatever that frequency is meant to. Yeah, for example, if you are complaining about someone, that complaint definitely reaches out. Yeah, and or if you are really sending and building the kind of love frequency, yeah, that love reaches out. Yeah, and the feel of love, the feel of gratitude. Yeah, and when you change the way you feel about any situation or about people, about the environment, you can always see it like a mirror, which is just reflecting your frequency, and you can get back. So even if you have been in that kind of negative frequency, it's not too late. You can just get up, awake, and then, just, get back into the right frequency. Because like our Nikola Tesla says, we have seen several times in our sessions, that if you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Yep. And how it's not really, life is not just happening to you, and it's about, what you react, how you react to that. That's what is really, matter. So we want to be really be watchful about that, so that even if you don't have enough money, it's not about whether you don't have money. It's about what frequency you have, even when you don't have money. Yeah, that matters. The same way, every opportunity, you can really change your life by changing the frequency. You'll be able to achieve many things. Don't waste your even one moment in regret. Yeah. By Neville Goddard. Yeah, he's a very thought leader, and was lived in 1905, 1972. See, what he says is, don't waste one moment in regret, for to think feelingly of the mistakes of the past is to reinfect yourself. Instead of reinventing ourselves and finding something good, people just get back into affecting themselves into a negative way. Yeah, when I say negative way, reinfecting. The author beautifully says that it's about reinfecting. Yeah, we don't want to get reinfected, rather reinvent ourselves and finding the right ones. And then no excuses for the force of love. Yeah, and if you're holding on to any particular anger, like Buddha says, right, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal, the intent of throwing it to someone else. You are the one getting burned first. Yeah, and every little thing is included, because, for example, any sort of blame or any sort of criticism, any sort of finding fault or complaining, all these are forms of negativity. Yeah, and even in our Energile coaching, we give the kind of challenge, right? The 30 days. You can, even those who are listening to it, just make a commitment that for the next 30 days, you will not complain. You will not complain about yourself. You will not complain about others. Rather, you just plan. I used to say in a fun note, that, rather complaining, just say, come plan. Yeah. Just, you just make a plan in a way that, make it work, because otherwise it's not going to give the right, the good, the positive frequency. So the complain about weather, complain about traffic, complain about government, your partner, your children, parents, long line, economy, food. Of course, you will have a lot many things to complain about the food, your body, your work, your customer, business, price, noise, service. But it might look like a very small thing for you. But you know what? That brings a total negativity. Whether it doesn't matter, consciously you feel, wow, I am a positive person. But if you have this kind of, complaint frequency, what happened is it's going to affect a big way. So even certain vocabulary words, people say a few words just on the go, feeling terrible, horrible, disgusting, awful. These words also come with the frequency. It comes with the feeling. Rather, how about, saying some words like this? Fantastic, amazing, fabulous, brilliant, and wonderful. Yeah. You can also do that way. Yeah. You can have whatever you love and whatever you want in life. Yep. Whatever you have and whatever you want, you can always, have, and you'll be able to definitely manifest that. But are you really harmonizing with the love, or you're having excuses for not giving love? It's either, it's not even about hate. Let me put it this way. Yeah. It's about whether you have love, more love, or no love, or less love. Get the point, right? So if there is a love which is missing, even the way you work, or even for the people in your life, or for the job you have, yeah, and even the love towards the universe, love towards being part of the greatness in life, yeah, in whatever you wanted to really accomplish. So you wanted to really, really just get back into the good frequency, so that frequency will create a connection to all that you aspire for, all that you are wishing for, you are pushing you for. Yeah. In the concept of magnetism, it's not even push or pull. Yeah. It's just attract. Yeah. You want to attract the right thing. So all that we send into the lives of others come back into our own. Yeah, that's what it says. And then you don't make a connection when you complain to a store person, or a few hours later, maybe with your customer, maybe with your provider, or your neighbor, or the dog which is barking at you, or the climate, weather, yeah, or a friend. Even in any conversation, just see that, whether you are knowingly, unknowingly, either through yourself or somebody else, whether you get into the addiction of complaining or talking negative. Yeah, just be watchful. Sometimes even we can just be quiet in that case. Yeah. And or not to get engaged, or not to encourage more that kind of discussion, and to do what is doable. Yeah. And the same way, even the feeling within ourselves also. Yeah. Many people, many TV channels these days, it just telecast more of a negative news. Yeah. And you want to really be watchful and then stay away from those. And even before the night you sleep, you want to feed and seed some good thoughts and good feelings. Yeah. And you don't make a connection when you stop to help someone but drop something in the street, and 10 minutes later you get a parking space right outside the supermarket door. What the author says is, you don't make a connection when you happily help your child with their homework, and the next day you receive news that your tax refund will be bigger than you thought. You don't make a connection when you do a favor for a friend, and the same week your boss gives you 2 complimentary tickets to a sports game. In every circumstance and moment of your life, you are receiving what you have given. Whether you make the connection or not, nothing comes from without. all things come from within. Beautiful, right? So everything comes in life from within, from inside only. Yeah. So we'll just see a few more pointers and then conclude today's session. Then there is some sort of tipping point. In case if you have, you can just look back and then see that how many positive thoughts you had, positive vibrations you have, positive feelings you have instead of the negative. It's something like a bank account, right? You can have an emotional account. It's a happy feel or no happy feel. Yeah, depends on that. The more and more you fill that with all the positive possibility thoughts, what happened is it brings some magic. The magic is whatever when you give love, it's not only coming back to you as a positive circumstance, it also comes back and it adds even more love, even more positivity. Yeah. The new positivity then attracts even more positive things. And the more is nothing but a magnet. Yeah. And it's something like this, right? So your money, which is growing with the interest, yeah, or the money what you invested is growing. Whatever the money which has grown and you got that interest, that money also again you put it back. It further gives interest, further gives, right? The kind of compounding effect goes on. So that way, you wanted to just treat your feeling, your frequency like a bank account and see how far you can. That's the kind of insight I get from this book, from this sharing. And Charles in 1866, he says one thing. Charles Hamner, yeah. It's thus that you may lead a charmed life and be forever protected from all harms. It is thus you may become a positive force whereby conditions of opulence and harmony may be attracted to you. Yeah, something like this. The weighing machine kind, right? Like a tarasu. And whether you put all the positive feelings and positive thoughts at one side, or negative feelings, negative thoughts, feeling low kind of feelings into the other side. If the tipping point means the one which is really weighing more, like at the end of the day, also you want to see that, am I really feeling good? Even this morning, yeah, or evening, depends on whatever time you're listening to this. Are you really feeling good? If you just look back in the last 12 hours or since you got up, yeah, since you got up until now, how many positive frequencies you had or negative frequencies you have? Whether the day filled with all the good things or the day filled with the problems, the day filled with the kind of determination, never give up attitude, you're really going to give your best, going to learn, going to master, going to take action, going with that hope, trust, belief, yeah? Or many people are not living today. Yeah. So Jerry, the children's author, he says, live today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, just today. Inhabit your moments. Don't rent them out to tomorrow. Yeah. He says, don't rent them out. So many people do not live in the present moment. That is really causing a lot of challenges for the people, right? And if you can really know the art of living today, that automatically builds a future. That automatically build even the yesterday is beautiful, right, friends? High five. So we say nihalganathil nil, nihalganathil nihal, yeah, at our sessions, the sayarkariyasai, and do those rare and great things, and live in the present and also be blossoming, yeah, in the present. And then you can really, really find and how you feel, because the balance of your good feelings, the good love, the good frequency will always elevate your life to much, much bigger, greater. Yeah. So we'll just look into a certain summary around it and then we'll conclude today's session. Yeah. One is everything in the universe is like a magnet. Yeah. You want to really, really see that get into that alignment of the magnetic frequency through your thoughts and feelings, through the love, what you generate for yourself. It's all self-created. So not to feel bad, not to feel, not to attract the negative people, negative circumstances, negative news, negative negativity, negative discussions, negative complaints and things like that, right? Even if something negative happen in your life, you can always change it. Yeah, it's not too late. You can always come back and to change anything and everything. All